What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fragrance Fraternity, the best smelling fraternity in America. You know what it is over here. We're smelling good together, feeling great, being a positive member in our community. That's what we're about here. We are talking about clones today. 2023 has definitely been the year of clones. Clones have taken over the game. So I'm going to give you 13 of my favorites that I picked up this year. Do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button if you're a fan of fragrance content. Support your boy. I'm going to give you some great recommendations here. Let's get it started with Armaf Club de Nuit Milestone. Nice blingy gold bottle for those that are into that kind of thing. It is a clone of Milisime Imperial from Creed and has really, really great performance here. Perfect for the summertime mainly. It's this nice salty watermelon type of a smell. I always compare it to a Mexican candy, those watermelon lollipops covered in spices. If you're familiar with that, that's kind of how this smells in fragrance form of those candies. And overall, a really nice playful kind of sweetness, a nice sparkly effervescence with that salted watermelon type smell. A pretty solid offering from Armaf here for a good price. Blingy bottle. Club de Nuit Milestone. And by the way, these are ranked in order of how much I like them, which I don't normally do, but I did for this one, just so you guys can get a sense of my taste. All right, number 12, Chrome Extreme. Chrome Extreme is I would say more of an inspired by than a direct clone of Acqua Profondo, and has still that metallic edge that the Chrome fragrances offer that's still present from the original's DNA, and has that mineral type smell, the aquatic freshness, a bit of the ambroxan in there, and just that sparkly effervescence that Acqua Profondo provides here for a better price and slightly sweeter. I think a little bit easier to pull off. I know the way that the minerals come across in the ADG is not for everybody. So if you want a little bit of a friendlier take, an easier wear even than that, check out Chrome Extreme, and for the price gets really good performance. As far as fresh fragrances go, I get really solid performance out of Chrome Extreme. So a lot of value for the money with Chrome Extreme. All right, next up, number 11. This was recommended to me by a member of the channel, so thank you for the recommendation. You know who you are, sir. Rasasi Daarej. I need to put a bigger dent in this. I need to wear a little bit more. This is a really great floral and a little bit of like this vanilla fragrance. And typically I'm not the biggest fan of vanilla fragrances, but I really do enjoy the way that it's pulled off here. It's a really nice powdery floral type fragrance going on, and just has this certain elegance and this certain class, which is really surprising to find for, I believe, a sub $20 fragrance. So if you're looking for a clone that is offering a great scent profile and a good quality smell at a very low price, this is certainly one that you may want to check out. It is a clone of Valentino V, which is a discontinued fragrance. So it's always cool to get a clone of something that's discontinued. And you can't really get the real thing anymore. You're going to pay crazy prices. So that's when clones really offer a lot of value, is through cloning those discontinued fragrances. But yeah, the cap is whatever, but you're getting a great smelling scent for not that much money with a nice vanilla floral, a little bit of like the aromatic lavender in there coming as well. So Daarej is a very solid fragrance and good performance as well for me. All right, next one up, number 10. Breaking into the top 10 now with Lattafa's Asad. Some people think this bottle looks kind of ugly. I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know. What do you guys think? Is this gaudy or is this slick? A clone of Dior Sauvage Elxir. This one gets a lot of hype, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I will say that, again, a lot of value for the money. Under $30. Smells great. If you're trying to save money, or maybe you're a student, or you're just balling on a budget like I oftentimes am, this is a good one to go with for a nice cool weather evening out type fragrance with a very prominent masculine scent profile to it. A bit of like this coffee nuance more so than the Sauvage Elxir, and typically not a big fan of 80s style fragrances, but this one does it for me, modernizes it enough to where I can get down on it. Lattafa Asad, great value. I'm not going to say that every time. All right. Oh, there goes. That was the sound of the next fragrance I'm going to tell you about, and you'll see why it fell over in just a second. But this one, Lattafa Sublime. Beautiful rose apple fragrance. Fruit cup in a pun. What am I saying? Man, see, this is what happens when you don't do a video. You get your words all tangled up. Fruit punch in a cup is what I was trying to say. Shout out to Dedrick Hicks Jr. He's the one who came up with that explanation, and he nailed it. You kind of get this like shampoo smell as well. I can see where people are coming through with that. And you got to kind of be more into playful, fun, fruity fragrances. Definitely a bit of a feminine lean here because it's so fruity. But overall is really alluring, really will capture attention. It's a room filler, 2 sprays, project like crazy, lasts a long time. So if you like more like fun, playful, youthful, kind of fruity leaning fragrances, this is one that you may want to get your nose on. It's a clone of Kayali's Eden Apple, I believe is the name. It's Lattafa Sublime. All right, next one, the culprit of the large bang that you guys, I'm sure, heard, is Afnan Turathi Blue, a clone of Bvlgari's Tygar. And the reason it fell over is my least favorite part of this bottle. It's really top heavy, falls over really easily. And yeah, just one thing to look out for. I don't know, they kind of made a weird bottle design with this shoulder pad looking type bottle, but whatever. Pretty heavy cap, actually. Pretty surprisingly, these clone houses don't really always have the best caps, but this one's got some nice heft to it. Really prominent grapefruit in the opening. Really surprising how good the grapefruit comes across in the opening. And it's got this nice Embroxen backbone. And haven't really smelled Tygar because that's like a $1,200 fragrance, but I like this on its own, and people on the internet say it's a pretty good representation of that. And all comparison aside, just on its own, it's a pretty good fragrance, pretty good blue fragrance. You know, kind of similar to Bleu de Chanel in some ways for a lot less money. Good quality scent, very wearable. Turathi Blue. All right, let's see. Next up, we have Cristiano Ronaldo. This is CR7 Game On. Very happy to own this bottle. And it has a very similar scent profile to Armani Stronger With You, just done in a fruitier and a little bit fresher way. Definitely not feminine leaning when I say fruity, but it does have this, I guess, papaya, I think, smell to it, or maybe pineapple, one of those pea fruits. Can't remember exactly which one, but you definitely pick that up. And the cool thing about this one is that it's fresh enough to wear to the gym, but also has enough of the Stronger With You DNA that where you could wear it in cool weather. So really versatile. And it just grows on me more and more and more. I'm really happy to own this bottle. Sick atomizer on this one. Pretty sick pressurized atomizer on this one. I think I got this for like 25 bucks. It's got this nice kind of like fabric softener smell to it as well. A decent amount of stuff going on for celebrity fragrance. Really shocked me. Happy to own this bottle. It's a great interpretation of Stronger With You. Kind of nullifies the need for me to get Stronger With You because I like to wear this one, and it doesn't smell cheap. It smells great. Next one up, we have Lattafa Vintage Radio. Definitely one of the tackier looking bottles in my collection. But the white bottle is a pretty good representation of what this smells like. It's got this prominent sandalwood accord. It's my favorite sandalwood type fragrance so far. It's a clone of Initio's Paragon. And it's got a bit of this plum fruitiness and this Palo Santo note, which I was calling Palo Alto. And the first time I made this video, felt like a complete idiot. Palo Santo, not the tech capital of California, okay? But mainly that sandalwood that's coming across here. So quite a unique fragrance. I don't have anything else in my way too large of a collection to compare this that smells like it. So really unique, kind of stands out, and I really appreciate when fragrances don't smell like, because redundancy really annoys me. And yeah, good performance here. Plum, sandalwood, masculine, yeah, smells good. Vintage Radio. I don't know how clear I was about that one. As always, if you guys have questions or want a better or further explanation on any of these, you can just ask me in the comments. I'm always happy to do that. All right, breaking into the top 5 with Montblanc Legend Spirit. This is a fan favorite. This is Jeremy Hype Beast for good reason. It is a clone of Invictus Aqua. I love the whole Legend line, and this one is the most summery, the most, I guess, casual of the whole line, and really a prominent kind of sweetness here mixed with freshness. My favorite type of category. Very great daily wear, something that you could use as a dumb reach. I'm going to have a hard time finding someone that doesn't like the way that this one smells. A lot of value, and you can get it for a pretty good price. Montblanc Legend Spirit if you want a very, very solid take on discontinued Invictus Aqua. All right, number 4, coming in from the house of Making Sense. This is Iris Man Intense. Another clone of a discontinued fragrance, specifically Prada L'Homme Intense. So this, I believe, is an Extrait de Parfum version, so I get like crazy performance on it. And this little 17 ml cost me 20 bucks. Pretty solid deal. Smells like a good quality. I don't know where he's sourcing these materials, but they don't smell cheap. They smell pretty good. Yeah. Making Sense is a solid brand, and I kind of want to dive a little bit further into them. I'm pretty impressed. This is my first offering that I've tried from them. So if you're looking for a clone of Prada L'Homme Intense, I think this is a good one to check out. You get the soapiness, you get the iris powderiness, you get like this slight leathery feel without it being overpowering. And you know, you get some of the darker nuances that you would expect from an intense flanker. All right, number 3. This is Mahir Legacy. Mahir Legacy, crazy looking bottle. Every time someone comes over, they're like, yo, what the hell is that? But I'm happy to show them because I love the way that this one smells. Clone of Parfums de Marly Sedley. A little bit spicier than Sedley, not as fresh and, I guess, uplifting. It's got more of those Middle Eastern spices going on, which is cool. I think it adds a little bit of character and nuance and really has eliminated the need for me to get Sedley. I'm just happy to wear this. It smells great. Doesn't smell cheap. Smells pretty great quality and lasts a long time. I think it's like in that $35 range. Has gotten a lot of hype this year as well for good reason. Despite the crazy looking bottle, smells good, which is pretty much the most important part of it, right? It's got this little bit of like a fougere type smell as well while maintaining the freshness. A lot of ambroxan, nice lavender in there as well. So a lot going on for a good price with Mahir Legacy at the number 3 spot. All right, top 2. Here we go. The only green bottle. Pistachio, a new pickup for me. Really love this one. It's a clone of Kayali's Yum Pistachio, I believe is the name. It's got this pistachio gelato sweetness to it. Again, you have to like sweet fragrances. It's got this mintiness to it. And it's got a creaminess without being overly creamy. The real one is like really heavy on the creaminess and really heavy on like the tonka bean. This one kind of dials it back. It makes it a little bit more wearable, especially for a guy, I would say. Good performance here. You gotta like sweet fragrances, but if you do, like me, this is one that you may want to pick up because it is just intoxicating. Every time I smell it, I'm just like, eyes rolling in the back of my head or whatever, like, wow. You know, it blows me away every time. Really love this one. Pistachio from Paris Corner. All right, last one up. This is my favorite clone that I purchased this year. Are you guys ready? I know the anticipation is killing me. Low Immortal, guys. And it kind of pains me to tell you about this one because it's a little bit hard to find these days. But you know, I gotta tell you about it because it is that heat. Clone of Louis Vuitton L'Immensité. This is by far my most complimented fragrance this year. Pretty much every single time I wear it, someone's saying something about it. It's got this very nice freshness, a lot of ambroxan. It's got this ginger spice. Not an overly complicated fragrance, but very appealing, obviously. And for some reason, this is like the best performing fragrance in my whole collection. This one just non-stop, just 10, 12, 14 hours. If you spray this on your clothes, forget it. It's going to be coming off for like 2 days. I remember one time I was wearing this in the summer outside. I was outside the whole day. It was a windy day, and someone gave me a compliment like 12 hours later after being outside all day. I could not believe it. So I don't know what they put in this juice, but Maison Alhambra, you guys killed it with this one. I hope it comes back in the stock, so for those of you that are interested, I'm not just going to tell you about how good it is and then you can't actually try it. You know, that sucks. But definitely at my number 1 spot, Low Immortal. The cap is magnetic, but it is definitely not one that you can pick up by the cap. But, you know, I'm asking for a lot for under $40 is what I paid for this. So, yeah, hopefully it comes back in the stock. You guys can scoop this one up. It's definitely worth grabbing, especially if you don't have another Limensity alternative. So that's it for today. Those are 13 fragrances. I feel like I was talking a lot there, but hopefully you got some good value out of that and enjoyed me sharing these scents with you. Let me know down below in the comments, what is one cologne that you've been enjoying wearing? I would love to hear about it. And if you have any questions about any of the fragrances that I mentioned, always happy to answer the questions that you guys have for me. I enjoyed talking about this subject, and I know you probably do as well because you're here. Thanks for spending some time with me at the Fragrance Fraternity. Keep being a great person, keep being a great role model, and keep smelling fantastic, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Have a great holiday break, and yeah, that's it for today. Take care. All right.